The fourth edition of the Berlin November Horse Race in the Eastern Cape is on our doorstep. This annual event is a melting pot of sport, arts and recreation, and where socialites, fashion lovers and horse racing enthusiasts from all corners of the country come together to have fun. But joining us from our Port Elizabeth studio is Pemmy Majodina. She is the MEC of Arts and Culture in the Eastern Cape. And with me here is Luthando Bara. He's the organizer of the Berlin November race course. Good morning to you, Ma'am Pemmy. Sawubona, all right?
Good morning to you, Palisa, and viewers at home. Enkosi kakhulu.
Enkosi, Mama. Good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning, Palisa. I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you so much. And how are you feeling? It's just here around the corner now, the horse racing in its fourth year.
Feeling very excited. We are surprised by the growth of the event. When we started it, we never thought it would be this big. And of course, we've always known that horse racing in the Eastern Cape is the biggest sport, second to soccer. And for that reason, it was important that we actually monetize, something that was originally a socio-cultural event into something that would be a tourism, sports tourism product, and something that can also contribute to local economic development.
Yeah. Ma'am Pemmy, talk to us about how it has grown over the years, as he's saying here in studio. It's actually grown, but in terms of contributing towards the economy of the province, how has it done?
This Berlin November traditional horse racing is one of the must events that we are committed to as the Eastern Cape, because it has proven beyond any doubt that it brings people of the Eastern Cape together, people of the country, even people across the borders of South Africa, wherein we are expecting more than 130 horses. Yep. Remember, when you talk traditional horse racing, you're bringing together the community, because each and every horse goes out with the entire family, the aunt, the uncle, the brother, the sister. They all come together to come and cheer up that horse. At the same time as the province, we have put in traditional cultural show as well as a fashion show for our emerging designers and established designers. But this year we are very much fortunate, because it starts on the 25th of November, which coincides with the 16 days of activism. Yeah. And therefore, children will be leading a 5-kilometer walk saying no to abuse of children and women. We have seen the contribution to the PTTP of the province going up through this particular event, Palisa.
All right. And as Ma'am Pemmy is saying, what would horse racing be without fashion?
She's right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Your fashionistas are looking forward to this day. And of course, we've curated an event that covers fashion as almost the pillar of the event. You have emerging designers, but generally just for a feel-good mood for revelers, that you know that there is a day that is set aside for you to display any kind of style, fashion, and I think we're excited about it, and it has grown. Already we had about over 1,000 entrants for the auditions, So
but has the number grown as you compare it to the previous years?
It has grown. Remember that when we started, we had about 7,000 visitors, and from there last year we had about 40,000. So that is quite a massive jump from when we started. Yeah. But again, it proves the popularity of the event.
It does indeed. MEC, how does for someone who's never heard of the Berlin horse racing, how does it differ from your normal Durban July that we most of us know?
It differs. This is an Eastern Cape brand. Yeah. We are a home of legends. Look, we have more than 300,000 horses in the Eastern Cape alone. But also bringing to the Berlin traditional horse racing, we are bringing horses from the deep rural areas in the semi-urban areas and in the urban areas. And doing that at Berlin itself is one of our heritage site, but also it makes it a point that the development of jockeys, because those jockeys are still at school, and we have a developmental program for them to be not just to be jockeys, but to grow up and be owners of those horses. So it differs from July. We don't put up a lot of steletors. We more of traditional, but we show all the cultural diversity of the Eastern Cape. With that, there is traditional dancing in the true sense of imixhenso. Bathu baopela mani babina baqhetsa ntotsa monate fela. But the SMMEs are also allowed to come in and sell whatever they have. So it has also a little bit of job creation, yes, and exposing what the Eastern Cape is made out of. And we are not scared. That July handicap is quite different from us. We are the Eastern Cape.
Yeah. So you're showing more culture, which is nice. But as the MEC is saying, it's not just about entertainment, but you're looking beyond that in terms of job creation as well.
Yes, that's why we call it a festival. And the MEC has indicated that one of the decisions we have taken is to grow the event from just a one-day event to a two-day event. And we hope that when we celebrate the 5th running of the event next year, it will be a 3-year event. In that way, you get the locals to benefit more from the socio-economic development output of the event.
Yeah. How long does it take, I mean, as the organizers, how long does it take for you to prepare for this festival? I believe it's not just something that you do over a few weeks.
It takes about 6 months, and of course 2 months of not sleeping. Yeah. And I think it is beginning to show. But so
I can see the eye bags.
Yes, you see.
You haven't had enough
of course, we've got a team of committed organizers. You know, we've got the support of the department, the MEC, the sponsors. You know, which makes the load less heavy on our shoulders. So and of course, you know, we have opened ourselves to getting more inputs from the public in terms of their own experiences, and making sure that each and every year we develop the event to the spectacle that it becomes. And
the lineup this year?
You've got Sense from Swaziland, you've got Amanda Blacks, Java, Prince KB, Fistas, you know.
So you have all the relevant artists.
You have everybody. And of course, local artists, local DJs, you know, traditional acts, you know. We're also this year introducing, as the MEC was saying, a full dance festival that really talks to our proud tradition, you know, as the people of the Eastern Cape.
All right. DJ Pems and Salinde, your invitation in Goku.
Invitation, but also it's very much important to say, as the country celebrates O.R. Tambo centenary, O.R. Tambo was also a horse rider, traditional horse rider. So we're also giving an honor to O.R. Tambo. Hence, we are saying this year is quite different. We're upping the game.
Wow, thank you so much for coming through. MEC Pemmy Majodina is the MEC of Arts and Culture, multilingual. That you can see. Thank you so much for coming through as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the viewers
so much indeed. Well, there we have it, to end conversation with the MEC of Arts and Culture in the Eastern Cape, Pemmy Majodina, and Luthando Bara. He's the organizer of the Berlin November horse racing, taking place on the 25th of this month. Of course, where exactly in the Eastern Cape?
Just outside East London.
Just outside East London. Well, there you have it. All right, and that's it. Thank you so much for having watched this Monday edition of Morning Live. We'll see you bright and early on Tuesday morning.